Are you working out or are you training? This is something that to a lot of people, they don't understand the difference. They hear this like, well, what's the difference? Doesn't make sense. Or they'll hear me say that a certain person in the fitness community doesn't train. I'm like, he's not a lifter, he doesn't train. And they're like, well, what do you mean? The guy works out. He obviously lifts. What are you talking about? And I'm like, he doesn't train. What's the difference? Working out is going to the gym and pumping some weights. Okay? It's going to the gym and pumping some weights without a long-term plan. And some reps and sets written on a piece of paper and exercises is not a long-term plan. That's a workout. And when you work out, you have no way to ensure your progress. You have no way to control your goals or achieve them. You're just simply going to the gym because you want to go to the gym. You're working out. And you'll probably make gains. And if you're some of these guys and you use enough gear, you'll definitely make gains. And that's what they do. That's all they do. Right? And yes, everyone you see on YouTube Fitness or Instagram is not natty. None of them are natty. Shut up. I'm not even entertaining the stupidity of the argument. Well, let's come over to the point. Training is sequential and planned. And let me explain the difference. A workout, if you go to any of the old popular magazines, and I guess they're done different now, and you look at what we used to see in the old muscle mags and bodybuilding magazines 20 years ago, you'd see a workout. Like, this is our chest workout. And what would it be? 5 sets of 8 reps on the flat barbell bench press. 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps on the incline barbell bench press. 5 sets of 12 on the decline dumbbell press. And then 5 sets of 15 on the cable crossover fly. That's your chest workout, right? 20 sets. 3 multi-joint, 1 single joint exercise with rep ranges given. There you go. There's a workout. Right? That's a chest workout. And it would be whatever professional bodybuilder's current chest workout, right? Whatever guy had placed 17th at the Mr. Olympia or 2nd or whatever, or some fitness model, this is my chest workout. Because obviously that guy does the exact same chest workout every week, year-round for the past 7 years. He never changes anything. That's exactly what he does. He does exactly 5 sets of 15 on the cable crossover as a 4th exercise. That's his workout, right? That's what it said in the magazine. That's what he does. Never does anything. He just has a workout. Or they just randomly change it. And that's the other ones. We got to confuse the muscle. So I just come in and pick 4 exercises. And do 5 sets to get my 20 sets. It's a workout. Given a bunch of exercises, reps, and sets. There's no programming. Nothing is sequential. Nothing is planned. Training is a sequential system with a long-term plan. Let me give you an example. What are the 2 most common schools of thought in strength training these days? I'm not saying there aren't a dozen. What are the popular ones? What are the big ones? Linear block periodization and conjugate periodization. The latter is what I use. They are in direct conflict with each other philosophically. They're fairly incompatible schools of thought, and both have produced plenty of champions in multiple sports. So, what would we mean with linear? Well, with linear, would be you would come in and you would work off percentages of your 1 rep max. Okay, and you would work with, 12 rep sets with a programmed percentage of your 1 rep max with probably a progression pattern through that 3-week for a 3-week block for a mesocycle. The next 3-week block, you might go over to 8 rep sets with set percentages of your max with a planned progression through that 3-week mesocycle. It might be to add a small amount of weight each of the 3 weeks. It might be to add sets. You might start with 3 sets of 8, then go to 4 sets of 8 and 5 sets of 8 with, I don't know, whatever you're using, 70% of your 1 rep max. You've got a planned progression inside that 3-week mesocycle. That block, that's what I call linear block periods. It's called linear because we get heavier as we go. Next 3-week block, you might do sets of 8 or sets of 5 reps with, I don't know, 80% of your 1 rep max. And it might go 3 sets of 5, then 4 sets of 5, then 5 sets of 5 over the course of the 3-week block. In the next mesocycle, you go down to triples and take it all the way to a single. So maybe first week you do 3 sets of 3, like 88% or something. You're 1 rep max. Next week you go down to 2 sets of 3. And then the third week you go up to an all-out 1 rep max and you test your 1 rep max, whether it's predicted or you just get to it and hit it, right? That's a planned 12-week system. The reps and sets changed every workout and went through 3-week phases. Conjugate periodization, we do 2 max effort, 2 dynamic effort days, followed by large amounts of supplemental volume for hypertrophy. Max effort, we have 2 days every week where we take a max press of some type to an all-out max, and then some sort of squat or deadlift to an all-out max, right? Max effort days. It's planned. We know on Monday we're going to hit a max bench or a press of some type, of floor press, a board press, bench with chains. We know we're going to hit a max squat or deadlift the next workout, and we're going to do a bunch of training volume behind it. Something like 10 to 15 sets. Okay. Next 2 days we're going to have dynamic effort work based off percentages of those 1 rep maxes, where we do large numbers of 1 to 3 reps for high sets and very short breaks. We mean high sets up to 12. 9 to 12 sets. Up to, depending on what you're doing. Obviously we use bands and chains, we reduce those sets slightly. Explosively, with planned progression based upon your 1 rep maxes. You don't just come in and lift whatever you can lift. These are planned. We have a certain bar speed we're trying to achieve, so we work off certain percentages. Then you train all of your weakest muscle groups with high volume afterwards. Right? If your pecs are weak, bottom of the bench, you do a bunch of floor pressing or dumbbell chest presses. Triceps are weak, you do a ton of tricep work. Probably do a lot of shoulder work, upper back work. If hamstrings are weak link in your deadlift, you do a ton of hamstring work. Okay? If your quads are a weak link, you do a bunch of quad work. Do a variety of different movement patterns, right? Depending on what you're doing. There's stuff in place. There's a system here. Right? That's training. It's a planned, sequential system with specific outcomes and adaptations in mind. Working out is just going to the gym and lifting, bro. Anyone who goes to the gym and deviates from their own training to do someone else's workout is not training. Like I had a young client who I'm not coaching now anymore, who this was a problem. Because he knew other guys who also kind of do this stuff. Semi-well-known individual too. He'd go do their workouts and mess up the flow of his own training. Okay, you can't do that. When you're training, everything is sequential, it's planned. You don't go do random people's workouts. Because that's all they are. They're a workout, bro. And you have no way to ensure your progress. You have no way to plan anything. Will someone gain muscle doing that? Sure. I mean, if you come in and do 15 sets to failure for your chest will probably grow as long as you get enough sleep and rest. You're pretty sure your chest will grow. You don't have a lot of control over the amount that it grows. You don't have control over the system. You'll see some gains. People who train that way, they have to go to gear a lot quicker, though. Because the gains start stalling out real fast because it's not optimal. It's not planned. Nothing is planned or understood. They're just coming in and having a whatever day. Or you'll see that. You'll see some of the channels out there. They've got this whatever workout. Well, that's not training. That's stringing together a group of random days where you go to the gym and do some stuff without a percentage in mind, without a progression system in mind, without a structure. And structure is long term. Structure is not, hey, let me come in and do these 4 exercises. Structure is, this is my game plan spanning weeks or months. And I have a sequential system that feeds into itself. And this is how all real athletes and lifters train. But it's training, it's not working out. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.